What's up, guys? Zan for Forward Progress Madden. And I apologize for being away from the stream. This EA Sports stream team has been taking up a lot of my time lately. But for those of you who have been watching the stream lately, and if you haven't been watching the stream, my question is why not? That's where I'm doing most of my teaching lately. That being said, the YouTube channel will be kicking back up here. But the primary question that I've had is, hey, how come you aren't running the other stuff other than the I form close out of the Saints playbook? And that kind of, got me thinking a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I really do need to look at some other stuff in the book. And to be honest with you, the entire book is great. It's a fantastic book all around. And I do want to kind of show you a scheme that I like to run. It's a very, very simple scheme. It's about, honestly, it's like 3 plays at the most. But this is one of those formations that I like to go to change the pace of the game when I am trying to grind out the game, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And what I like to do is I like to run the I form tight. Now what I'll do is, especially in MUT, I'll take an extra blocker and I'll put an extra tight end at this left tight end position. And that's primarily because we're going to be running the ball. I'm primarily running the ball to the left using motion. So the play we're going to come out in is the halfback off tackle. Now what we're going to do is just run it against random play, put the ball in the middle of the field, and I'm going to show you how great this halfback off tackle is. Now off tackle is an outside zone run, and most outside zone runs in this game are not very good. But you can see that this one is a little bit different. It blocks a little bit better. The block shed did get to us right there, but you can kind of see that it isn't at least everybody isn't block shedding at the point of attack, just like the other outside zones, especially the gun outside zones. You can kind of see that the blockers pick up their runs a little bit differently, pick up their assignments a little bit differently, allowing you to cut back. You're simply just going to play a numbers game, look at the box, and then make your adjustments accordingly. Now that's great, that's fine and dandy. We're just running the ball to whichever side we want. But to be honest, if you see a mismatch, motion this tight end over and playmaker the run to that side. Now here's the key. You have to playmaker the run before you motion that tight end. So let's go ahead and do that again. I'll just show you. Notice how we motioned the tight end and tried to playmaker and it didn't let us? That is because I don't think the game really wants you to run it with a motion tight end. But if you do that and then you motion the tight end over, now you got an extra blocker plus the outside zone. It's going to allow you to really get that edge. And if you don't, you're going to have an extra blocker inside to cut back through. So you're going to see that this is one of the better hidden runs in the game, is this I form big off tackle. And it's right there. We only get a gain of 1. We should have cut it off the tackle. What you're going to simply do is you're just going to read that block and follow accordingly. Now, again, you can run it to the opposite side, and that's kind of what we're talking about right there, is the outside zone look from shotgun, where there's no tight end and everybody at the point of attack just basically kills you. But with the extra tight ends, if you're running it to a tight end side, this run is much more effective. And again, you're just look at all those blocks, how they seal to the inside, allowing us to cut back as we're getting off to the edge. Now this run is going to work perfect with our run audible, which is the halfback blast, which is an inside zone. So we have an outside zone, and now we have an inside zone complement. Just motion the tight end over, very much the same. Now look at the zone blocking to the inside, and you're able to kind of cut it inside. So what you're going to do now is you're going to basically say, hey, we're running the ball right down your throat. You choose, do you want to stop the outside run or do you want to stop the inside run? And you're going to dictate to them that they have to do one or the other, and you're going to adjust accordingly. So again, the halfback blast, you're just going to, you can run it to either side. It's an inside zone either way. Inside zones are the best runs in the game, and I form close inside zone is what I chose as my primary under center run out of I form close, because inside zones are so tough to run, so why not add a fullback? Well, this is kind of the same thinking and logic behind it, in that we have a very good inside zone, but now we're adding 2 tight ends and a fullback to make it that much harder to stop. Now, that's a 2-headed rushing attack right there. You're able to run it to either side, but that motion is going to become more evident as we go to our main pass play, which is going to be a quick pass, and that is our Y dig. Now, Y dig is a great play to run if you are planning on just throwing a quick route for a first down while they load up the box. What we're doing is we're motioning this out or this in route over, and now it's a speed out. You're going to notice that it beats man coverage just like speed outs always beat man coverage in Madden 15, Madden 16, and I'm sure they'll probably work again next year as well. This is just one of the best routes in the game, and it's going to do a great job against both man and zone at beating its assignment. Now, the other thing I want to draw attention to is that obviously if they go to a cover 2, as they did right there in that last play, you're going to have to make other reads accordingly. That's where this shot route that we have to our B receiver is a nice option. As it breaks wide open deep, you're going to be able to go up and try aggressive catching. You're not going to want to do it against cover 3 and cover 1. Right there we did make a catch, but more so against the cover 2, in which he's going to be pretty open more often than not. But as far as, you know, man, cover 3, all those go, that motion tight end is going to be wide open. And the great thing about this scheme is that you're not going to be running this all game. This is going to be your grinded out thing at the end of the game. And more than likely they won't be expecting that smart out or that speed out route, and that's going to be the easiest 10 yards you're going to have in the entire game. So they're not going to be expecting that speed out at all. I do want to call timeout and go to a cover 2 look to show you what this looks like when you do get a cover 2 look, and you're going to be able to hit that really deep shot route that we're looking for. Wide dig. Let's go ahead and go with a cover 2. Now take a look at this real quick. If you want to, you can honestly block X, but I recommend letting him stay on his route, to be honest with you, because he's going to hold that other safety on the far side of the field. Let me go ahead and reset this play. That X on the corner is going to hold that deep half safety and pull him away, and it's going to leave you one-on-one on the backside to the Y receiver, and that's going to be your aggressive catch in the one-on-one scenario going against cover 2. So basically what I'm saying is you're going to hedge your bet, motion over a speed out, and if it's anything other than cover 2, that speed out's going to be open. If it is cover 2, wait for that post to break, as you see it break, and then you're going to go up with that aggressive catch, which aggressive catches are still very, very good. We're using Kevin White right here, who's a burner. You know, if you have a Megatron or somebody like that in Mutt, that's going to be a cash money route for you, particularly because the dice rolls are just so heavily in the offense's favor. I'm just showing this to you with the Bears because that's my default favorite team when we go to practice mode. But I really hope you guys decide to take a look at the New Orleans book and choose this as your primary grinded out type of offense, as I'm just throwing picks here with Jay Cutler. The Bears don't really do this justice. That outside zone is awesome. The blast inside zone is great. Using this motion to set up both of those and really, really working the speed out along with the inside zone and outside zone is all you're going to need to grind out those 2 first downs to end the game in the fourth quarter. I promise you this is much better when you take it onto the field than what it's showing here in the practice mode. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop a question below in the comment section, and I'll be back with some more Madden 16 content here over the Thanksgiving weekend. Again, this is Zan. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Get in the lab, and good luck.